Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Attila Cup of Nations tournament match cast. Obviously I'm still in Mercia, this is group stage, and my opponent this time around is playing as Asturias, and he is Duck, obviously. My clanmate, so this should be an interesting one. Alright. Whoa, what? Okay, that was interesting. Oh, it started in tactical camera. Speaking of which, I haven't used this in ages. Huh. Interesting. Don't need to use it though, because I have debug camera. Anyway, back to slow motion to go over the build. So I have Royal Companions General with Brace. Then, in terms of cavalry, I have a total of, I believe, 4 horsemen. Yes. Then I have 1 javelin on each flank. Also, 1 Royal Thane on each flank. Yes. Center consists of, I believe it is 4 Thanes. Yes. Then on the right I have 2 Third Spearmen, on the left 2 Third Spearmen, and 2 Third Axemen on the left, 1 Third Axeman on the right. So that's basically my build now. Let's go for Asturias' build. He has, well, 2 Iberian Cav on the left, 2 Iberian Cav on the right. Then the main composition, Royal Guard Cavalry Bronze 1 General with Brace. So same as my gen. Then what else do we see? Alright, so 1 Levy Spearman with 1 Tribesman on the left. Same thing on the right. Melee contingent of 3 Bronze, 1 Royal Guardsmen. Quite strong and sturdy infantry. Then we do have 2 Noble Skirmishers, kind of like on the center left, center right. 2 more Noble Skirmishers up front. 4 regular Skirmishers. So, now that's out of the way. Let's just start the engagement, right? So the plan here is to use my cheap units to get them charged by the cavalry, hopefully. And then the javelin would take care of them, as well as the spear unit coming in from behind. Not spear, but axe, rather. Same thing on both flanks. And I'm not pushing in the center because he just has 4 jabs and there's no way I can push into the center with these guys. So I'm pulling back right now with my horsemen as well. I should pull back my general, but I'm being slow here. I need to pull back even more with my Thanes. Okay, so he's pulling back his skirmishers. That's fine for me. I pulled back my right flank because I'm not confident here. However, I think I can win on this flank. Okay, so now I see, okay, skirmishers are here. Might as well go into them. But I mess up the charge. I charge into my own Thanes, so not very effective here. Not the best charge into the skirmishers. Here I make a massive blunder. I charge in with horsemen straight into noble skirmishers. You don't want to do that. Horsemen cannot even beat those guys in melee, let alone if they get shot at. So here I get a charge onto the Royal Guardsmen. Doing some damage, but really it's not even close to enough. But noble skirmishers doing lots of friendly fire damage. So actually this could end up being worth it. He's killing his own Royal Guardsmen, but here I do actually manage to get rid of the skirmishers, but my unit gets stuck. My cav here dies. There's an engagement over here. My axes are fighting. I managed to kill his Iberian cav here, so I pull out my horsemen. Still defending on this side. I need to reposition better though. His Iberian cav doing weird things, but my jabs should just fire into them and do massive damage. So here he gets caught. That's really good for me. And the center here, he loses the skirmisher. My Thanes will obviously lose the Royal Guardsmen. Same thing here. I have activated shield wall on one of them, but so has he, so it's not great for me. These guys are facing the wrong way, so charge is going to decimate them. That Royal Guard Cav is going to do a lot. My left flank pushing through a lot here. Now I'm going to do a rear charge here. Should be great. He still has a lot of jabs though, which I'm really worried about. Now I'm blobbing against these Iberian Cav units. These 2 Iberian Cav units were basically wasted on this side here. My Thanes here should have no problem in melee against noble skirmishers. Still targeting this Royal Guardsman. It's actually showing its rear. So my skirmishers should do massive damage to this Royal Guardsman. I have, however, lost my center. But I pulled my general on this side, so I'm fine. Noble skirmishers here dying. His cav and spearmen are gonna die over here. I've basically won the flanks and lost to the center. I should have pulled back the center way more. And now he's gonna get a charge here. His Royal Guard cavalry is still alive. Trying to push through my Royal Companions here soon so I can get into this fight, but I think my men will lose too quickly for that. I do win a massive engagement over there. And I'm winning on this side too. My 3rd Axemen are just getting rid of the tribesmen. And 3rd Spearmen here staying strong, but not for long, I think. I should have moved in Royal Thanes in here to support, but yeah, this is too late now. So I notice, okay, these units are gone. I have to pull back my Royal Companions because I cannot support. So now he's gonna get a charge into me. But it's a very weird charge. I also activate Brace. So it's kind of a side charge into my general, which is fine. It's not gonna do that much damage. And as he pulls out, he's gonna lose way more than he's gained by charging here. And I've got another unit here to stop him in case he pulls through with his general. So I'm gonna kill a couple of his... of the general unit here. I've lost this flank, which is not the end of the world. I'm gonna send in this Royal Thane to try and mop it up. Gonna pull away the 3rd Spearman from the Royal Guardsmen because I can't win that engagement, even if I have like nearly double the amount of men. So here the problem is that his general is not dying. I'm trying to kill his general, but he's not dying, and my general instead is dying right now. But it's very close right now. I'm still pulling away here. I still got skirmishers. So my general has actually not died. Just routed off the field. But I have to plug this gap before he actually gets to my general, because that would be bad. Still trying to use my Royal Thanes here to go for his general, but I make a blunder here. This horseman should have gone around here and hit his general, because had I killed his general here, this game would be over. I did kill his noble skirms with the 3rd Axeman though, so that's great. Here I'm holding with my 3rd Spearman and shooting the rear of these Royal Guardsmen, so hopefully that unit's gonna go down. It's actually eager, but it's now shaken and it's losing men rapidly because I'm shooting it. His general is still alive, down to 26 men though, so maybe, just maybe, he's going to end up dying. But my Thanes here are actually just gonna lose in melee to Noble Skirmishers, because Noble Skirmishers, if you look at their stats, they actually have alright damage and attack in melee, and really good melee defense actually. So the fact that, yeah, these two can actually fight in melee, especially against Cav, like, don't underestimate Noble Skirmishers in melee with your Cav. Unless you've got really good Cav, then it's not worth charging Noble Skirmishers, even if they have no ammo. Anyway, I noticed this much later, after I played this game, but... So here I'm gonna go for a rear charge, well, kind of a side charge on these Royal Guardsmen, also coming in from this angle with the 3rd Axeman. So these guys are being engaged right now. They're not even in shield wall, but they're still doing so much damage. I'm trying to finish up this side because I've lost all my other units. My Royal Thanes here have died completely against Noble Skirmishers. Got a Thane unit here. Trying to do work, trying to kill his units. Now I'm pulling through with this 3rd Spearman here that was able to destroy his Royal Guardsmen. He still has more units here. I have a Royal Thane here that he's pulled away very nicely and I was unable to use in the main engagement. Trying to get to his general with 3rd Spearman, but he's not going to allow that. So at this point it's very close here. Still the Royal Guardsmen on the field. More Noble Skirmishers on the field. He's going around with his Royal Guard Cav. I'm like, okay, I have to engage. I have to send in as many units as I can into this melee and hopefully win the melee fight, because by keeping them out, I'm never going to win the engagement here, because I know I don't have enough. And he has Royal Guardsmen, so I still don't have enough even with 3rd Spearman support. However, if I had these 2 units in the fight, it would be a totally different story. And I could have had this unit in the fight, at least, but I was pulling it away too much, so that wasn't great. And here comes a massive chain route on my side, as you can see. Now he's sending in his Cav to mop up the rest of my units, make sure they don't come back from routing. He's chasing them. So at this point it's basically over. I mean, I still have a horseman here. I still have a Royal Thane, and this Royal Thane is in an insanely good situation. This one hasn't done very well, but yeah, it's not really enough. If I had like the best Cav unit here, oh, by the way, I just got mauled probably by jabs. Perhaps was the last jab volley, not sure. Anyway, here I'm like, okay, I guess I lost this, so I might as well just charge into the tribesmen, right? And now his Royal Guard Cavalry is going through to try and get rid of my Cav. And this is the last unit. At this point, it doesn't even matter. Trying to charge in. Wow, these guys are already in charge formation. But anyway, that is game. Let's look at stats. So the Axemen, considering their cost, they did very well. Not really impressed a lot by the Thanes. honestly. Skirmishers, well, my jabs did really well. Horsemen did alright, considering their cost. But really, this one, and I believe this one, they did not do what they needed to do, because I just charged them into noble skirmishers. You don't want to do that. Even if you get a clean charge with horsemen against noble skirmishers, you're just gonna lose horribly, even if they don't throw their jabs. Like, you're not gonna kill many of the noble skirmishers, and they will kill your cav unit in melee, so don't even do that. Don't even try. And my Royal Companion General, you can see not many kills there. But yeah, let's look at Duck's army. So his general obviously did a lot, because it killed Thanes and stuff. Surprised by his Levy Spearmen, actually, and of course his Royal Guardsmen being the beasts that they are, 2 of them over 200 kills. Skirmishers and Noble Skirmishers, obviously, again, doing very well, especially the Noble Skirmishers. Just look at how much damage they've done. Iberian Cavalry not doing so well, because he mismicroed them a lot. But anyway, that's game 1, so I'll see you in game 2. This is game 2 of the match against Duck. I'm gonna go over the compositions shortly. Alright, so here we go. Put it in slow motion. So what do I have? Royal Companion General with Brace. Well, obviously. And damn tactical map again. It's because I'm trying to alt tab to look at OBS and see if it's properly recording. Anyway. Composition. 4 horsemen in the center with 4 Royal Thanes this time around. Not regular Thanes. These guys. Beastly of the beasts. Well, still not the best though, but quite beastly. Anyway, on the left flank you can see I have 3 Third Axemen and 1 Select Axeman. Supported by 2 spears up in the front, kind of like as charge bait and, you know, missile bait and such. Same thing on the right flank in terms of spears, but only 3 axes. However, 1 Third Axe and 2 Select Axemen. So the Select Axemen, a tiny bit better than the Third Axemen. Also, they are medium, so they'll do better with like charges and such. Anyway, now let's go over the composition of Asturias, aka Duck. So he has Bronze 1 Royal Guard Cavalry General with Brace. And what else does he have? Well, 2 Iberian Cav again on each flank. You would pretty much expect that. Then we see 2 Levy Spearmen on the left with 2 Swordsmen. 2 Levy Spearmen on the right with 2 Swordsmen. In the center, 3 Royal Guardsmen with 1 Spearman. Now, Jav-wise, 2 Noble Skirmishers on the right and 1 Noble Skirmisher here, kind of like center left. So, really only 3 Javelins this time for Asturias, which I think he should have brought at least 4 Noble Skirmishers. Well, 4 Noble Skirmishers and maybe the regular Javs too. Because, yeah, like, this army's got a lot more staying power with all these swordsmen on the field. Like, they're very nice and such, but the thing is that the Javs are just way too good. And with those Javs, he'll just snipe my Royal Thanes way too easily, I would say. Well, not way too easily, but I mean, he's just going to do much better with the Javs than having, like, swordsmen. So I think just bringing swordsmen, he's playing a little bit riskier, but that's just me anyway, so let's see how things gonna go. I'm just pushing up right now, just going to fast forward in the meantime. So the engagement is happening here. I see again. Oh, I make the mistake again. No, I almost made the mistake though. So I push up my horseman. I decide, oh wait, he's got his javelins in position and they're noble skirmishers. I think I realized by this point that noble skirmishers are actually really good. But here I make a mistake. So I send my horseman to the side. And while doing so, his javs are able to hit my calves. So they take down a lot of my horsemen here. And they kind of stop for whatever reason. Oh yeah, they got shot, so they stopped. But here is where the mistake is made by Asturias. So here they go. Cav is charging into my Royal Thanes, but Royal Thanes are in shield wall. They are definitely braced. So this is not going to go very well for the Iberian Cav here. So this Noble Skirmisher was looking at something else. Horseman is able to charge in. So it should do some damage on the charge, but clearly, as you can see, it's just Horseman. So that was really a massive waste. But I'm getting a huge victory in the center because he charged my swords with his cav, which is like a massive waste, as you can see here. These Iberian cav not doing anything against the Royal Thanes almost. Just getting a couple of kills, yes, but not enough. Here the Noble Skirmishers are trying to get in, but I charged them with my Royal Thanes, so that was good. Still got more Royal Thanes here, so he's basically lost so much of his cav. Now he's going to push into my lines. My Royal Thanes should lose that engagement because they've taken some damage, but I've taken out nearly all his cav. And now here, the Royal Guard General charged into my Axemen. Should do very well against them, but I've got more axes here. I've got the Spearmen here. I got the charges off with my cav into his Swordsman, which is really good. Now with my axe support, I should be able to get rid of all this. Also supporting in more closely with yet another third Spearman, pushing through on this side. The Royal Guardsmen here are actually killing my Royal Thanes, I believe. Are they pushing through or something? These guys are not really fighting. They weren't fighting for the longest of time. Now my Gen here is in shield wall, so he should do quite well against this Royal Guardsman, I believe. Royal Thanes pulled out here, and the Royal Thanes here are gonna win against the Royal Guardsman. Not gonna do so well on this side, but still, he's pulling through the Swordsman with my third Axeman here, as you can see. But actually, they still didn't lose a single man, interestingly enough. But I pushed through on this side. Left side not looking so good, but I'm actually doing damage to his general here. So I'm quite happy with that, because if I do more and more damage, I know for certain that... Well, not for certain, but I know that I'm gonna have a good shot at killing the general. That's gonna be an objective for me here. But so far it's looking good. Royal Companions, however, they somehow got out of shield wall, and because of that, they're gonna lose against the Royal Guardsmen. I don't know how that happened. And here, shield wall against shield wall, but weird engagements. Royal Thanes, though, are the ones that are attacking, as you can see, so they're just mauling that Royal Guardsman. Here, his cav unit is kind of gonna be in position to do a nice charge onto that unit, but nope. So I lost my left flank, and now this kind of turns the game around as well. But this Royal Guardsman is like a massive problem for me. Gonna get a nice charge with the Axeman here, and then a rear charge with the cav, so this Levy Spearman is gonna be off the field. Trying to send this third Spearman to kill his cavalry, and my Royal Thanes here. This was actually a mistake the way he charged in here, because this leaves his general open to my spears. So this is gonna be a crazy engagement. I still have my general alive, but it's not looking so good, because again the shield wall is making him be much more effective than I am. Here I'm trying to pull away from Levy Spearman with third Spearman. Honestly, I should have taken that fight, because now I'm pulling out and losing my men. Still got more axes, so he pulled through with his Cav Gen here, but he lost a lot by pulling through. However, my Royal Thanes here are now losing because they had like an attack or something else basically, so wasn't looking so good for them. They're still in shield wall though, so doing great. They did charge on my general, but I braced just in time. I'm not in shield wall because, again, if I was in shield wall here, things would be looking so much different. Like, I would have possibly killed that Royal Guardsman by now. But now I see, okay, his general charged here. He did activate brace as well, but I attack him with the horseman. I've got more axes coming in. I'm trying to take out the general of Asturias here. More swordsmen on the field. The select axeman is in weird formation, needs to be set in a nice position. I've got a horseman that's back apparently, but yeah, I should have used the unit right now. General of Asturias is dead actually, so his general died, but not mine. That's really good for me. Levy Spearman here, not holding against the third Spearman. I push through on this side, sending my third Axeman. Again, they're gonna go for a nice rear charge. Should rout this Levy Spearman. Let's see the damage with the rear charge here. Ooh, very nice. And lots of morale here, as you can see. What's giving them so much morale? Is it the rear charge? I don't know, but something gave them a lot of morale. They were like up to 74. Not sure why, I wonder. Actually, does it say? It doesn't say for all of them, but... Okay, so... Oh, general alive, enemy routing. Yeah, of course. I like that you can see that much more clearly now. Alright, so this Royal Guardsman here is engaging my Royal Thanes. But my Royal Thanes here... They're not in shield wall, but they might still do alright against this Bronze 2 Royal Guardsman. Especially with a rear charge from this Horseman. Should get like a nice couple of kills here on this unit, or at least rout it. I actually didn't get a single kill here. Very strange. But now it's gonna get kills as the unit is routing. Royal Guardsman here engaged and now routed off the field, and everything has been routed off the field. So that is game. Let's look at statistics. So Minot's here, third spearmen doing their job, and Royal Thanes getting a lot of kills though. So they basically actually paid for themselves because they killed all the Iberian cav. Without maybe losing like, I mean, they maybe lost like 10 men for like 40 units of Iberian cav, so that's definitely worth it. Because they were in shield wall and they were braced, so it was definitely good enough. My axemen did surprisingly well considering how cheap they are, especially these two select axemen. Wow. Just look at their kills on those two. Horsemen did alright, not too great, but they did alright. Now for Duck's army, again, obviously his general is always going to do lots of damage, but Iberian Cav, this was a massive waste on his side, the way the Iberian Cav were used. Royal Guardsmen not doing as well as you would expect, really, considering their price. Swordsmen still doing alright, and yeah, Levy Spearmen again, doing their job. Noble Skirmishers doing fairly well, but yeah, it's just the massive waste of cav is what cost them, I think. At least most of the battle. But anyway, that is game and match, so hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. See you next time.